Hi guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel and a very happy new year to you all, wherever you are watching in the world. I hope you had a fantastic one despite the situation. I am so pleased to say that it is finally January the 1st, 2021. I feel like this year has been a long time coming. 2020 was just terrible for so many reasons. But it's behind us now, we're not going to talk about it anymore. And I thought, because it's New Year's Day, why not keep the party going? So, I have got some wine here that I have never tried before, actually. It's a Sauvignon Blanc. I love myself a good Sauvignon Blanc, particularly from Australia or New Zealand. They do really good white wines in general. But this one is from Chile, actually. So I thought I would just drink wine and talk to you guys about some of the reading plans that I have for 2021, because there are a few. Alright, so I don't know how I'm going to do this actually. I'll just put the glass there for a second while I open this. I did think about getting Prosecco, but I haven't been at work for a while and I'm not used to opening Prosecco bottles anymore, and I feel like it would just be a disaster. So here we go, we're going to pour ourselves some wine. Has it been a good day? Has it been a bad day? I don't know, we're just going to go mad. Okay, that didn't go to plan. Tastes good though. Quite nice actually. What is it? It's got gooseberries and a hint of sea salt and an elegant herbal finish. I'm gonna go and clean myself up and then we'll talk about books. Alright guys, so that's definitely one way to get the party started. Spilling alcohol down yourself. Everything like that always happens when I'm filming, but it's all good fun. Anyway, let's delve into my 2021 reading plans. I'm actually going to try some more of this wine because I didn't actually try it properly the first time, so just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, I can definitely taste the herbs. Not sure if I like it that much, but whatever, it's New Year's, I drink anything. So, on to my 2021 reading plans, because that's what you're all here for. I have them all written down in here, and we'll start with this actually, because this is one of my plans for 2021, to have a reading journal. So, I like journaling. I've tried different types of journaling in the past. I tried having a reading journal last year, back in the summer, and it didn't really work out because I didn't stick to it, and I think that's probably because of the way it was laid out and how I was doing it. So this one's slightly different. It's more of a reading bullet journal compared to the last one. I might do a video about this later in the year when I filled it out a little bit more. Let me know if you want to see that. I love looking at journal flip throughs. I know lots of people do. So, but yeah, I've got my 2021 reading goals here. So yeah, a reading journal is the first goal. My main goal for 2021 is to read 52 books this year. So I did mention this in my New Year book tag that was out yesterday. I want to read 52 books this year. So I did really well in 2020 and I ended up reading over 50 books. Most of those books were read between July and December, which is insane. I've never read that much in a year, let alone 6 months. Ever, so I was really proud of myself for that. So I thought, given that I read 50 books, I could push it to 52. Why not? That's only 1 book a week, so it's pretty realistic. And again, it just depends on the book length, or whether I'm at work or not. But yeah, 52 books. Pretty doable. We'll see how that goes in 12 months' time. My second reading goal for 2021 is to read more non-fiction. I make this goal every year. Last year I didn't read that much non-fiction actually. I read more than I probably normally do, but I didn't read as many as I hoped I would. So I want to read at least 2 non-fiction books every month this year. So that's 24 books in total. Pretty achievable. I like to listen to non-fiction on Audible. That's generally how I consume non-fiction books. So I've got plenty in my library that I can go to whenever I want. And there are definitely some non-fiction books that I do have on my reading list that I really want to read. A lot of them are about politics and race, things like that. So yeah, that's my second goal. Another goal is to read more own voices books, read more books by people of colour, by ethnic minorities, by people with disabilities, LGBTQ+, all of that. I just want to be diversifying my reading a lot more, and I did a lot of that last year actually. I read quite a few books by Black authors. I read quite a few books by LGBTQ+ authors, but I know that I can always do better. There's still room for improvement. And I've learned a lot from all of those books that I have read by those people. So I want to keep reading. I want to keep expanding my knowledge. I just want to keep an open mind and keep looking at different points of views, see life through their lenses. And I've got a lot of non-fiction books as well that will cover this challenge. So yeah, I'm excited for that. There are a lot of books written by Black authors, LGBTQ+ authors that I'm really excited for this year. So I can't wait to delve into those. My fourth goal for 2021 is to get back into fantasy. So science fiction and fantasy is a genre that I do really enjoy. I just haven't read enough of it recently, and I used to read it a lot when I was younger, when I was in school and when I was in college as well, especially in my gap year between college and university. I read so much fantasy, and I've read a few fantasy novels, science fiction last year, and really enjoyed them. So I would like to get back into that. There are a few series that I want to read. I've got Brandon Sanderson's books, which you saw in my last book haul of last year, ready to go. So I'm looking forward to reading those. I read Leviathan Wakes last year, which is the first book in the Expanse series. That's a science fiction and really liked that one. So definitely keen to continue reading that series, especially because I've been watching it on Amazon with my boyfriend and it is very good. I also want to reread the A Song of Ice and Fire series up there, Game of Thrones, just because I love that series. I think it's time to give it a reread. And yeah, there's just several different kind of fantasy series out there that I really want to get into. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to prioritise, but we'll see as the year goes on. Either way, I'm excited. My fifth reading goal for 2021 is to read 3 Stephen King books. So I read my first Stephen King book last year, back in September. And that was Mr. Mercedes. That's part of a series, so I could always finish that series. There are 2 more books to read, so I could always do that. But there are some Stephen King books that I really do want to read, like Pet Sematary and Misery, Gerald's Game, Under the Dome. There's just so many. But yeah, I feel like I'm the only person in the world that hasn't read. Well, I have read Stephen King, but I feel like the only person in the world who hasn't really delved into his stuff enough, and that's probably because his books just really intimidate me and I never knew where to start. But I started last year with Mr. Mercedes and I really liked it. Even though that book was so fucked up, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I want to read at least 3 Stephen King books this year. If you have any recommendations for me on which books of his that I should give a go, feel free to leave them in the comments down below and I will check them out. We'll see how that progresses throughout the year. I need some wine because I've been talking for a while, so let me just go and moisturize my mouth. Who says that? Who says moisturize their mouth? No one says that. Anyway. I'm starting to like this, and it's only my second sip. Anyway, yeah, so my last goal of 2021, although it's not really a goal actually, it's more of a project that I've set myself, to read books around the world. Basically, read my way around the world, because last year I couldn't travel anywhere. All of my holidays got cancelled. I know that's the same for pretty much everybody. Didn't really have the chance to go and explore different parts of the world. My cruise got cancelled, which I'm still really angry about. So I just decided, that I was gonna travel the world in a very different way, and I can do that through books. Really accessible, easy way to do it. I don't have to leave my house, and I just get to explore different parts of the world that I've never been to before, may never go to in my life, but why not? So I am going to read 24 books set in different places around the world. I've got that list already, but it might change throughout the year. I did do a video on this project, but I decided to scrap that in the end because I listed out all the books I was going to read, and now I'm not sure if I am going to stick to all of those books. They might change. But I've got 24 books that I am interested in reading, and they're all set in different parts of the world. I've got books set in Italy, Paris, Japan, which I'm really excited about, Norway, Sweden, Scotland, Canada, South America, Australia, India, just everywhere. Afghanistan as well, actually, I've just remembered, and there's one in the Middle East. I think it's Iran. Can't quite remember, but I've just collated a list of books that interest me, that are set in different parts of the world. I've also tried to find books written by authors from that specific place. So there's a book that I have chosen set in Africa, written by an African author. There's a book set in Japan, written by a Japanese author. Again, it's just another way for me to try and diversify my reading a little bit, but it wasn't always possible for me to find books written by authors from that country. So there are a few on there that aren't, but like I said, my list might change, and if I find any books written by authors from that specific country, set in that country, then I will probably most likely add that to the list. But either way, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I will just say as well that I have tried to steer clear of books set in my home country and in America, just because I read so many books set in England and America anyway. But there is one set in Washington DC, which I am really excited for, but again, it might come off the list, I don't know. And then obviously I mentioned Scotland, but I've never been to Scotland and I really want to go. And then I do have one book set in England, but it's set in Cornwall, and I love Cornwall, so I thought, why not? Either way, I'm excited for this challenge, and it's 24 books. So that's 2 books a month, and I'm going to try my hardest to prioritise those books because, yeah, I really want to do this challenge. And if you want to do it too, then feel free. You don't have to do my challenge. There are other around the world challenges that you can do. I will link some down below actually. There are some on Pinterest that are really cool, but you can even just Google it and there'll be lists come up. Some of them are in alphabetical order, some of them aren't. Like, it's totally up to you, but yeah, it just sounds like a really fun way to travel the world, and I'm excited, frankly. That actually wasn't my last goal. Again, this one's not really a goal, it's just something that I want to do this year. But Kayla over at Books and Lala is doing the Buzzwordathon again this year. I didn't do it last year, I missed out. So I really want to do it this year. So basically every month there is a buzzword and you read a book with that word in the title. So in January it's dream. So you will pick a book with the word dream in the title. In February it's a colour. So you just pick a book with a colour in the title. March is time. And yeah, like, it just sounds like a lot of fun. So I want to do that every month as well. I don't know what books I'm going to read for it yet. I've still not picked my January book, so you'll have to watch my January TBR in a few days to find out what that's going to be. But yeah, anything else that I want to cover? This one isn't really a reading goal, but it is a goal related to reading. But I do want to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That would be really cool if that could happen this year. I don't know, we'll see. My channel's grown quite a lot in the last month, and I have been posting videos quite regularly, keeping in touch with people, like replying to comments and things like that. So I have been trying really hard to grow my channel, and it's doing well, so I can't complain. And I appreciate every single one of you that show up and watch me talk about books and just be silly. It makes it all worthwhile. But yeah, I would like to get 1,000 subscribers, but numbers aren't everything. And yeah, even if just one person's watching my videos, then I'm happy. Like, it's a good hour or so of my time well spent. But yeah, no, the last thing I want to mention actually is I would like to get another reading shelf to go there. I've had this one for 2 years and it's done me proud. But I have books littered all over the house that need to be put on something. So I do want to get another bookshelf. The only reason why I haven't got a bookshelf there is because you can't see it, but there is a plug socket down there, and it's really bugging me, and I can't put anything against it because it really like juts out of the wall. So once the electrician's been and removed that and put it somewhere else, then I will put a bookshelf there, and I'm so excited because I think it's going to look really good. I might do a video about that. We'll see. I have a few reading vlog plans, things like that coming up in the next few months, but that was all I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'm gonna have some more wine. It's just been sitting there staring at me, and I feel really guilty for opening that bottle and then not drinking it throughout the video. So here we go. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody. It was only £6 as well, so I'll definitely buy that again. Yeah, like I said, that is all I want to talk to you guys about. I'm very excited for 2021. I think it's going to be a good year in general, not just for reading, but for life. I can't wait to get back to work. I haven't been at work for 2 months. It's crazy. And just see my work colleagues, have a laugh, get back into it, earn those tips, because God knows I need the money. And I'm looking forward to my birthday. I'll be 26, and it'll be the next time that I will be allowed to buy books, because I've put myself on a 4-month book buying ban because I've got too many books that I need to read already. And yeah, maybe we'll go on a holiday this year. I'm holding out for a few months just to see what the situation's gonna be like. I don't know, but yeah, like, I think this year's gonna be a good year. I know I said that about last year, but honestly, how bad can this year be compared to 2020? Let's face it. So who knows what the future holds, but I'm very excited to see what the next 365 days bring me and everyone else. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Day. I hope you're all chilling, drinking, eating good food, reading all those books that you got for Christmas. I will be doing a book haul very soon, showing you guys what books I received for Christmas. And I have to say, I'm rather impressed with my boyfriend. He did really well this year. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now and I'm gonna let you guys get on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a cheeky thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye guys.